Did you know that feeling lonely doesn't just make you sad? It can actually damage your physical heart? Welcome to Wellthy Aging. Before we dive into the science, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. It helps more seniors discover this important information. And if you're looking for products to support heart-healthy aging, check the description below for our Amazon affiliate recommendations. Now, let's begin. For as long as humans have lived in communities, we've sensed something that science is only now proving beyond doubt. The elders who thrived, who remained sharp and strong into their 9th and 10th decades, they were almost never alone. Ancient Greek physicians wrote about patients whose hearts seemed to fail without obvious physical cause. Medieval monks observed that brothers living in isolation died younger than those in community. And in the 19th century, doctors noticed something striking. Widows and widowers often followed their spouses to the grave within months. For centuries, we called this a broken heart and considered it poetic tragedy. But in 2026, we have a different word for it: science. The year is 1948. In Framingham, Massachusetts, researchers begin one of the most ambitious health studies in American history. They recruit over 5,000 men and women, asking endless questions about diet, exercise, smoking, and social connections. For decades, the Framingham Heart Study quietly accumulates data. But it isn't until the 1970s that researchers noticed something perplexing. Men and women with strong social ties were living longer, not just slightly longer, significantly longer. The effect was so pronounced that it rivaled the impact of smoking on lifespan. At first, scientists assumed the explanation was obvious. Surely connected people had someone to drive them to the doctor, someone to remind them to take medication, someone to notice when they fell ill. But as the data deepened, a more unsettling truth emerged. The protection wasn't just practical, it was biological. Enter Dr. James J. Lynch, a psychologist at the University of Maryland School of Medicine. In the 1970s, Lynch begins a series of experiments that will challenge everything we thought we knew about the heart. He discovers something remarkable. When one person speaks to another, simply speaks, the listener's heart rate changes in response. The human heart, Lynch realizes, is not a steady, mechanical pump. It's a social organ. It responds to human connection in real time. Lynch publishes his findings in a groundbreaking 1977 book, The Broken Heart: The Medical Consequences of Loneliness. He writes that the lack of human companionship, the sudden loss of love, and chronic human loneliness are now being implicated in the increasing mortality rates from heart disease. The medical establishment is intrigued but skeptical. Correlation, they argue, is not causation. The proof, they insist, would require decades more research. Fast forward to the 1990s and early 2000s. New technology allows scientists to, peer inside the human body at the molecular level. And finally, they find what Lynch suspected all along: the biological mechanism linking loneliness to heart disease. When humans feel lonely, the brain interprets it as a threat. The body responds by releasing cortisol and adrenaline, the same stress hormones triggered by physical danger. Heart rate increases. Blood pressure rises. Inflammation spreads through the arteries. Now just imagine that response, day after day, month after month. Chronic loneliness creates chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation is the kindling for every major cardiovascular event: heart attacks, strokes, arterial disease. Dr. Steve Cole, a UCLA neuroscientist who spent decades studying loneliness, describes it this way. The immune system goes into a kind of defensive mode, as if expecting bacterial infection. But instead of fighting pathogens, it starts attacking the body's own tissues. By 2024, the evidence becomes undeniable. In May of that year, a landmark study appears in the Journal of Gerontology. Researchers from University College London track over 3,600 adults aged 65 and older. Their conclusion: seniors reporting loneliness face a 28% increased risk of developing cardiovascular disease, even after accounting for every conceivable variable: income, education, lifestyle, pre-existing conditions. The same year, researchers at the Chinese Academy of Sciences publish findings from over 9,200 middle-aged and older adults tracked for years. They discover something even more troubling. It's not occasional loneliness that does the deepest damage. It's persistent loneliness, the feeling of disconnection that lingers month after month, year after year. These individuals face the highest cardiovascular risk of all. Then comes 2025. A study published in Aging Clinical and Experimental Research finally identifies the missing piece, the biological markers. Lonely individuals, the research confirms, show elevated levels of C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, both powerful inflammatory markers directly linked to arterial damage and heart disease. Another 2025 study in public health follows over 8,300 adults and confirms the cumulative effect. Each additional year of loneliness adds to the risk. The message is unmistakable. Loneliness doesn't just feel bad, it physically wounds the heart. But here's what gives me hope. The same research shows that when loneliness is addressed, when connections are restored, those inflammatory markers begin to fall. The body can heal. This brings us to one of the most misunderstood findings in all of loneliness research. Are seniors who live alone automatically at risk? The answer, from a major 2024 study, is no. Living alone, by itself, shows no significant association with cardiovascular disease. Many seniors live alone and flourish, surrounded by friends, active in community, connected by phone and video calls. But, and this is critical, for seniors who live alone and feel lonely, the risk doubles. The same 2024 study found that this combination more than doubled the likelihood of cardiovascular disease compared to those who never felt lonely. The distinction matters. It tells us that the problem isn't your living situation. It's the quality of your connections. Now we arrive at 2026. This year's research is the most compelling yet. Just last month, a systematic review in BMC Public Health examined every major intervention study for lonely seniors with heart disease. The conclusion was unanimous face-to-face group programs combining gentle exercise and education consistently improved both social connection and heart health. Another 2026 study in PLOS One found that lonely adults face a 42.9% higher cardiovascular risk, and a February 2026 study tracking over 14,000 older adults in Asia found that persistent loneliness more than doubles the risk, a staggering 103% increase, of developing multiple heart-related conditions simultaneously. The science has spoken. After nearly 80 years of research, from Framingham to today, the verdict is clear. Human connection is not merely pleasant, it is physiologically essential. So what do we do with this knowledge? How do we protect our hearts in practical daily ways? First, prioritize face-to-face connection. The 2026 research is clear group programs work. Consider joining a walking club, a senior center activity, or a gentle exercise class. Your heart will thank you. Second, use technology wisely. Video calls with children and grandchildren don't replace physical presence, but they matter. They keep the neural pathways of connection active. Third, monitor your heart health at home. A reliable blood pressure monitor helps you and your doctor track what's working. Fourth, consider gentle daily movement. A fitness tracker can encourage the activity that protects your heart. And fifth, consult your physician about heart-healthy supplements like omega-3 fatty acids, which have decades of research supporting cardiovascular health. You'll find links to recommended products in the description below. As an Amazon associate, we may earn a small commission from qualifying purchases at no additional cost to you. So here's what we've learned on this journey through time. The ancient Greeks who wrote of hearts failing without obvious cause were not being poetic, they were being observant. The medieval monks who noticed their isolated brothers dying younger were not being superstitious, they were being scientific. The 19th century doctors who watched widows and widowers follow their spouses were not witnessing coincidence, they were witnessing epidemiology. And the researchers today, in 2026, with their molecular assays and statistical models, they're proving what human beings have always known in their bones. We need each other to live. The lonely heart is not a metaphor. It is a medical diagnosis waiting to happen. And the connected heart? It is protected, strengthened, and sustained by every handshake, every conversation, every moment of genuine human presence. If this video has touched you, if it's made you think of someone you love who might be lonely, please share this video. Send it to a friend. Show it to your parents or grandparents. Connection begins with a single share. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Wellthy Aging. We're here every week with science-backed information to help you age well, body, mind, and heart. Hit that like button if this research matters to you. It helps YouTube show this content to others who need it. From all of us at Wellthy Aging, take care of your heart and each other. We'll see you in the next video.